I'm New York State Senator Jessica Ramos, and we are standing here in East Elmhurst, Queens, in what we have now, many of us lovingly called Biden Alley. This is an alleyway that suffered tremendous damage at the hands of Hurricane Ida last year in early September. And the situation was so dire, the damage to the houses here was so bad that even the governor spent some of the first days of her tenure as governor right here in the alleyway, meeting with my neighbors, surveying the damage, and seeing what it was that we can do over the next few years in order to prepare for more expected storms. Because unfortunately, and I know we're starting to hear this more than we used to before, but you know, these are not turn of the century storms anymore. Climate change is real. It's not about whether it's going to happen, it's when. And so preparedness is of utmost importance for everybody. But of course, today I want to highlight the importance of hurricane preparedness in our district, right here in East Elmhurst, in Jackson Heights, in Corona. We have seen new maps from the city where there are neighbors who are living in some really troubling flood zones. And today, along with OEM Deputy First Commissioner Christina Farrell and a few of my neighbors that you're going to meet today and volunteers, we will be door knocking on many of my neighbors' doors who are in a precarious situation where they might suffer great damage should another storm happen. And of course, starting a few weeks ago, we officially entered hurricane season. Senator Schumer passed the Inflation Reduction Act with serious spending for climate resilience, and we got the special dispensation that I mentioned before from the Department of Health to help the Department of Environmental Protection make the repairs that were necessary. But also I want to shout out Building Trades for Worker Democracy, which is an organization of volunteer union building trades members who on Labor Day last year, on their day off, on their holiday, took the day to come and help gut many of the damaged basements right here in the alleyway. And so we want to hear from them as well. Yes, they deserve a round of applause. Thank you, Kirsty, as a representative. But we should listen to their expertise as well in thinking about how we can prepare ahead of time. Legislatively, because I am a legislator and I've actually been fighting for a handful of bills that would help my neighbors and others have a better experience when natural disasters hit. I carry the bill to close the bad faith insurance loophole, so that this is something that actually exists in places like Florida, precisely because victims of natural disasters should be able to tap into the insurance policies that they are paying for over the years. We're also supporting a bill that requires the city to mitigate property damage caused by environmental issues. That's carried by my colleague, State Senator Comrie in Southeast Queens. And of course, this is an effort that predates even the pandemic, the bill to legalize ADUs or legalize basements as apartments. We can help homeowners figure out how to get this done so that it's done safely and so that they can really make the money that they need in order to afford their mortgages.
As the state senator said, I'm Christina Farrell, the first deputy commissioner at the city's emergency management department, and I'm happy to join everyone here to talk about the importance of storm preparedness, specifically in this neighborhood of East Elmhurst. Hurricane season started in June. As she noted, peak season started August 1st, and it goes through October into November. Almost 10 years ago, everyone remembers Hurricane Sandy, and as is mentioned, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of Hurricane Ida. Both of these highlight, and all the storms in between, how crucial it is that we continue to prepare New Yorkers for the unpredictability of weather, which is increasing with climate change and other factors.
Some of us got lucky with FEMA, others were given the collective, sorry, can't help you, or got nothing.
It's been very hard for the block. I mean, this area, it got hit so much worse. And I'm help, but of course we all need more help. And you already heard from Ruthie that they're still coming across problems where they've got the help that they supposedly needed. They got new drains, new systems. We haven't had any of that on that side, and we're just a block up. We're only a block away. We also got 4 to 6 feet of water into our basements, and we have an alleyway where it just ends. There's a wall blocking, so it all stays like a river there. It just does not move.
Member of Building Trades for Workers' Democracy. We are a group of union activists fighting for the things that benefit the whole working class, and we also dedicate our time to volunteer in case of disaster, relief, or of any kind. We thank Senator Ramos for her proactive role in making sure the community stays informed when faced with disaster like what we experienced last year during the flood of the remnants of Ida. It is going down, this alleyway is going down memory lane to a year ago. When we came down here, we saw the disaster that was caused by the flood, basements that were uninhabitable due to the water that had reached. We saw the intersection of the climate change, the lack of affordable housing, as well as the lack of investment of our infrastructure coming together to upend the life of all these working families.
So last year we were here, we toured this area, the governor came, the president came. We understood then that climate change was very real. We all watched the night before as water flooded our MTA system and as it flooded the homes of the New Yorkers and took the lives of several. 1 year later, we're now trying to act more proactively, and that's why we're here today, to make sure that people know the resources that they've been able to get since then, that they're talking to each other, and that we're working to let them know that we're not going away. We understand that this issue is not going away, and unfortunately we have to prepare, because these disasters are going to happen more and more as a result of climate